Yo, it's Teddy, Caravan Crypto, and today we are going to read an article from Newsweek in 1995. This is Newsweek, okay? They were pushing some weak news because they said that the internet was going to fail, or this one particular journalist from there. And I keep in mind, this is what someone who is a journalist on a reputable news magazine talking about the internet, not just e-commerce, not just social media, the internet in its totality. This is what he said, okay? And I'm from New Jersey. This guy's from New York. So when it's his voice, I'm going to do a New York accent. And when I add commentary, I'm going to talk in my regular voice, all right? All right, so, and the link to this article is going to be in the description. The internet, bah! Or I don't know how to really say that, the bah part. But anyway, let's see. After 2 decades online, I'm perplexed. It's not that I haven't. Sorry, I didn't do the New York voice. Hold on. After 2 decades online, I'm perplexed. It's not that I haven't had a gas of a good time on the internet. I've met great people and even caught a hacker or two. But today, I'm uneasy about this most trendy and oversold community. Visionaries see a future of telecommuting workers, interactive libraries, and multimedia classrooms. They speak of electronic town meetings and virtual communities. Commerce and business will shift from offices and malls to networks and modems. And freedom of digital networks will make government more democratic. Baloney. Now look, man, you can absolutely see how all of this literally has come true today, all right? To think that someone in 1995 couldn't possibly see this coming, I mean, it's mind-boggling, but it's true. All right. Do our computer pundits lack all common sense? Clearly, someone does. The truth is, no online database will replace your daily newspaper. No CD-ROM can take the place of a competent teacher, and no computer network will change the way government works. Now, reading this, man, it kind of makes you understand how utterly short-sighted this person is. And more importantly, the lack of understanding of what the internet was and could be. He had no authority to speak on this, but instead, he decided to write an entire article. How many people base their decision on, business or even investing in the internet based off an article like this, Like people who just had no understanding. Like if this is the only thing that they read, I mean, they'd be lost. And they probably did lose and didn't take advantage of the internet back then. Consider today's online world, the Usenet. A worldwide bulletin board allows anyone to post messages across the nation. Your word gets out, leapfrogging editors and publishers. Every voice can be heard cheaply and instantly. The result? Every voice is heard. The cacophony more closely resembles Citizens Band radio, complete with handles, harassment, and anonymous threats. When most everyone shouts, few listen. Now, how about electronic publishing? Try reading a book on disc. At best, it's an unpleasant chore. The myopic glow of a clunky computer replaces the friendly pages of a book. And you can't tote that laptop to the beach. Yet, Nicholas Negroponte, director of the MIT Media Lab, predicts that we'll soon buy books and newspapers straight over the internet. Huh, sure. What the internet hucksters won't tell you is that the internet is one big ocean of unedited data, without any pretense of completeness, lacking editors, reviewers, or critics. The internet has become a wasteland of unfiltered data. You don't know what to ignore and what's worth reading. There's a certain arrogance, man, especially in 1995, for anyone to decide for everyone what's worth paying attention to. I think it's grossly self-aggrandizing to assume that because you're not interested in hearing or reading someone or something, that no one else should be, and that it requires an editor to decide and filter that out for you. Logged on to the World Wide Web, I hunt for the date of the Battle of Trafalgar. Hundreds of files show up. It takes 15 minutes to unravel them. One's a biography written by an 8th grader. The second is a computer game that doesn't work. And the third is an image of a London monument. None answers my question, and my search is periodically interrupted by messages like, too many connections, try again later. Won't the internet be useful in governing? Hold on. Kind of lost my place here. Yeah, okay, right there. And let me kind of bring this down too so you guys can see. All right. Won't the internet be useful in governing? Internet addicts clamor for government reports. But when Andy Spano ran for county executive in Westchester County, New York, he put every press release and position paper onto a bulletin board. In that affluent county with plenty of computer companies, how many voters logged in? Fewer than 30. Not a good omen. Point and click. Then there are those pushing computers into schools. We're told that multimedia will make schoolwork easy and fun. Students will happily learn from animated characters while taught by expertly tailored software. Who needs teachers when you've got computer-aided education? Bah, or bah, I don't know how to say that. These expensive toys are difficult to use in classrooms and require extensive teacher training. Sure, kids love video games, but think of your own experience. Can you recall even one educational film strip of decades past? I'll bet you remember the 2 or 3 great teachers who made a difference in your life. Then there's cyber business. We're promised instant catalog shopping. Just point and click for great deals. We'll order airline tickets over the network, make restaurant reservations, and negotiate sales contracts. Stores will become obsolete. So how come my local mall does more business in an afternoon than the entire internet handles in a month? Even if there were a trustworthy way to send money over the internet, which there isn't, the network is missing a most essential ingredient of capitalism: salespeople. Yeah. Look, I know it's easy to see in 2020 how this guy just couldn't understand what the internet was going to be, what it allowed you to do online. He merely looked at it in the state it was in and summed it up to be the totality of everything that was possible with it. This is a great, massive, incredible flaw that many of us have in our perspective of things, myself included. We only look at the way things are and not the way things could be. We base our decisions off of data that isn't completed. All right, let's move on. What's missing from this electronic wonderland? Human contact. Discount the fawning techno-burble about virtual communities, computers, and networks isolate us from one another. A network chat line is a limp substitute for meeting friends over coffee. No interactive multimedia display comes close to the excitement of a live concert, and who'd prefer cybersex to the real thing? While the internet beckons brightly, seductively flashing an icon of knowledge as power, this non-place lures us to surrender our time on earth. A poor substitute it is, this virtual reality where frustration is legion and wherein the holy names of education and progress, important aspects of human interactions, are relentlessly devalued. Yo, the electronic wonderland is meant to exist in parallel to the real world. I got homies that are 3,000 miles away on the East Coast, and some of them moved to other parts of the world. If there was no internet, we could never talk. I would never be seeing that my niece or nephew turned 3 or 20 if I didn't have Facebook. There's so many aspects of new technology that he dismissed just because he romanticized the way things currently were, or he presumed that people would forego live concerts and coffee meetings or even sex for the digital version of it. It's this tremendous lack of understanding that created the chasm between what he imagined the technology to be presently and the reality of the technology in the future. Now, there's 2 things to draw from this. Are you taking this perspective about technology today? Are you not expanding your vision to see where new technology could take us in the future so that at the very least you could prepare for it? And 2, do you understand what you're looking at? Do you understand what you're hearing? Do you even take the time to learn about it before drawing a conclusion? Man, I hope this video brought some value to you. I hope your day goes well. I hope you're in the best of spirits and health. I look to the future to create it. All right? Look to the future to create it and be a part of its creation. All right? Consider that and take the time out to learn about the new technology that is ubiquitous throughout our society. You know, it's here already. It's not like it's coming. It's not like we got to wait for it. You know, it's not like it's, we got 10, 20, 50 years. Nah, new technology is here already. It's eating up market share already. A lot of people are, converting their habits and activities into these things already. All right. Take the time to learn it so that you can do the same thing, because this is where, look, there's a lot of people in the crypto space they say, "Oh man, there's these people are just in it for the money." And if you're like this, Fortune 100 company, or a billionaire or somebody like that, like, all right, I get it. You don't really care about the technology. You're good with the status quo. You're in it for the money. But for us, like regular folk, like if you're like me, where you don't got the rich uncle, you didn't get an inheritance from some grandparent that did pretty well in their lifetime, and you're now carving out a way to leave some kind of legacy and future for your children and your children's children. If you're like me and you're doing that, you're in it for the money. The technology is great. I mean, I'm all for the technology, and I'm a big advocate and an evangelist for the technology. I could see, and I would love to contribute to the building of, a great new world that is built on freedom, justice, and equality. But at the same time, I want to make sure I get paid. I got to get paid off this. I'm not missing out on cell phones. I mean, I'm not missing out like I did on cell phones, social media, Apple, Instagram, all that stuff. I'm not missing out on this anymore. Uber, Airbnb, I'm not missing out on this, okay? I missed out on all those things. I'm not missing out on this. I know this is going to, and I'm not, I'm no financial advisor, okay? I'm just some random guy on YouTube, but I know in my heart of hearts, me personally, my opinion, I'm 99% confident that we're going in this direction as a world. And I would love to be here right now, in this time I'm in this position I'm in right now, to take advantage of it. All right? So I hope this video brought you value, man. I hope your day goes well. I hope you're in the best of spirits and health. Look to the future to create it, to be a part of it, to contribute to it. All right? Until next time, peace.